Are you all doing great mothers of the world? Yes, we have a special guest tonight. It has been a while, but yes, she is.
Hi.
And we want to talk about how to get along properly with teenagers and how to understand your teenager children. In short, someone called me and said, Mommy Monica, why is it that teenagers, is it a new English word? I said, no. Why did you say that? He said, because when I was growing up in Africa, there is no big deal about teenager. Were we not teenager? Were there not a time we were? I said, of course we were, but you didn't hear it. I said, because our mother don't know anything about it. They didn't tell us that teenagers are special age, that a lot happen in that age that we need to be aware of. A lot is going on with our body at that age. We are developing new feeling, everything. But even our mother, because they don't know, because they did, oh, is this light that is giving me that thing? Okay, wait. Let me off it. Because if the light show green, will come they give me that thing. Okay. Off it. Yeah? Okay, off. You know, you say whether they no fair they see this teenager age, Abinana it just come. I say no, all of us pass through, but because our mother no get knowledge about it, they don't know her. So when we were passing through it, we received a lot of beatings. They don't know what was going on with her, and we ourselves wasn't aware. But you see abroad children that are aware, they know. So you really, so because of that, and recently on this social media, one of our presenter who's supposed to also be a role model to other mothers, supposed to be teaching other mother how this whole thing they work. But yeah, it get to be say she herself no even get aware or she no understand the whole thing too. Wey be say she come for this wetin can happen to her on a normal ground is a very yeah, it's not a good situation anybody want to experience. Okay, but yeah, it has happened, and the law have to take a course, and there is nothing much anybody can actually do for her at this stage. But the thing we can actually do with our situation is that we use it to teach other mom. Don't take it lightly, and don't let anybody tell you, oh, don't talk about it. Oh, yeah, me and me. No. Our me and me. When you get awareness about how to handle teenager, you can actually pass through all your children will grow, come up for teenager, enter adult without you not go prison for their kid, right? Okay, so somebody telling you, oh, now swear picking and this, don't believe it. Get awareness, mother. This teaching, this video tonight is mostly for you. Ambrosia, my daughter, if you have not know her, she's Ambrosia. She's my daughter, my first fruit, my beautiful girl, the one that I am very well pleased to have. Okay, so she's a guest tonight, and she's going to be telling us about teenagers' behavior, teenager ways, and how you should handle them. Their difficulty, you are shaking. You are shaking me. Their difficulties and everything you need to know as a mother, as African mom, why you get a lot that she said she want to say. In short, when I saw what do you call it? Point bullet, I be bullet
Oh,
point.
bullet points.
Ha! I was amazed. I think later you will send it to me. Let me show it today. Some
Okay.
can actually screenshot it. My God, I was so impressed. I know, yeah, I got that girl at all. Every day my children will wow me like, oh, sister. I will show you guys later the thing with she where they talk about. So I'm not going to be talking much today, except when I read your question, I might just be um asking Ambrosia, please share this video, guys. No matter the saga outside, make sure you come and learn something that will help your marriage, your home, you and your children are very, very important. Okay, I leave the stage for hand over to you, Ambrosia. Everyone is greeting you, and
Hi, good evening, everybody, and thanks for joining.
you have to lighten your voice a little
Oh,
bit. Hey.
okay. What do you want to start?
Start from the situation at hand. The
Mm-hmm.
situation at hand that warrant this topic was a lady, okay, who have children, irrespective of the color of the children. Okay, we
Mm-hmm.
heard that she had misunderstanding with her daughter, and she hit her to the extent of blood was coming out, and right now the mother has been arrested for the
Mm-hmm.
case, and the four children have been taken away from her, and a whole lot has not been the same, and it's one more plus right now. So nobody actually know how the case is going to be, and how is it going with the children and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why we really want to know tonight,
Mm-hmm.
how should mother handle this type of situations?
So I just want to.
Who
Oh,
is teenager, by the way?
mm-hmm.
So start from there. Who are these teenagers? Were
Wow.
we also one of the teenagers
Yeah.
before? But we never get to know or emphasize so much on it. Can you tell mothers right now who are teenagers? Because they used to be, but they didn't get anybody who tell them how it is. Everything we felt in the past, we just feel it on our own. Our mother did not even give a damn. They don't give
Mm-hmm.
shit. You are in your period, they beat you, they don't care.
Mm-hmm. So from the age from, I would say like in between 11, well, really 12 to 18. Yeah, 12 to 18, you're basically considered a teenager. Okay, like from the point you're already starting to puber, it doesn't matter if you're a boy or if you're a girl, just by the age of 12 to 18, in between this time, that's what you call a teen, or what most people call a teenager, right? We all know that in puberty, a lot of stuff changes. Like, obviously, you as well. I mean, as far as your parents were very like inconsiderate of your feelings, obviously, you were changing not only mentally but physically as well. You were starting to, for the girls a lot, you're starting to grow more, get more periods, feel a lot of mood swings. For the boys it started a bit later on because boys develop a bit later than girls as well. But yeah, when you're seeing, that's really when a lot of stuff comes on. You start feeling very, I would say our emotions are much stronger at that point. We're basically considered young adults, so we do have a mind of our own, and we do feel like, we aren't children anymore. We aren't small anymore. We're starting to become our own person, starting to express ourselves more in different ways and ways you may not like. But, it's stuff that comes along with it. And it's good that as a parent, you acknowledge it and you have to understand, okay, my daughter or son, they're not a child anymore. No, they're a teen. They are starting to become their own person, start to live their own lives, starting to have, their own ideas of what they want to be in the future and who they want to be, what their friends are like, what they want to do from day to day, and that their emotions are not always going to be the same from one day to another day. So yeah. So I just want to know, how old was the girl that was being?
Sister,
16.
she will be she will be seven. You are 17.
Yeah,
She would have been 17 this August. So she's 17. Let's say right now she's 17
that's quite
because you
young.
are 6 months older than her.
Yeah,
Yeah. She's
that's yeah.
17, and her mother was actually still treating her like sit down there. She
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have a room of her own.
No.
She was sharing a room with 8 years old sister. And
Mm-hmm.
the 8 years old sister was those small sabi
Yeah.
sisters who just want to power tussle with her. And her
Mm-hmm.
mother is always like, oh, look after your sister. Oh, look after your. I think
Mm.
that is where the problem burst out from. So, what do you have to tell mothers now who have 17 years old daughter and have no, don't even acknowledge that that child is 17 and could
Mm-hmm.
be a young adult. They are still looking like, oh, go play with your 3 years old, with your 5 years old. And sometimes that 17 years old doesn't have time, doesn't in the mood. And the girls are always look at like, oh, you are a demon in the family, you don't show love. So
So what I have to say first, what I wrote down, I feel as a parent, you need to be more open minded and create a safe space for your teens so they can vent to you and don't they vent to you about anything that is bothering them or how they feel and give them room to express themselves. Okay. So, like I said again, in between those ages, we're starting to grow, we're starting to become our own person, we're more aware of things. Like, we're not as innocent as we were before, naive. Like, we have our own boundaries to set and we know when we deserve our right? So, I just think one key that's important to remember is that you are the one who chose to have children, not your own children. So you cannot expect them, especially if you have a lot of like younger children and one older one, you cannot expect them to take care of them because that's not the responsibility. That's not the life they chose to have. Those are not their children, those are your children. So you need to take care of them. And you cannot just drop that load on and be like, look, you're the old one, go and look after them, go and babysit
This
them,
one
stuff
is
like that.
still
You can't
possible.
expect that. So therefore, I feel like you need to be a bit more accepting of it and take matters into your own hands because at the end of the day, you're the adult and they are just a young adult. So, especially like coming from me as a 17-year-old, obviously, I mean, I'm slowly nearing to my 18 years old, and I'm definitely am becoming more older and more responsible of myself as well. And I have my own life to live and other stuff to be caring for. So I cannot always be out here looking after other people and slow myself down, if you get what I mean. Like taking care of Job and Monica while they're old enough to do it themselves, or they have a mom and a dad they can go to instead of me, you know? And there's also a difference between being a parent who's looking out for your children and being a controlling parent. Now, being a parent who's looking out for your children, you're there to listen to them, you're there to understand them, you're there to
Can
kind
I
of,
come in here?
yes,
Sorry.
of course.
So you said a parent who look after their children is
Hmm.
different from a parent who control their children. Can you
Yeah.
tell us the different?
Yeah. So a parent who looks after their children, right, is someone who still, of course, sets boundaries of what's good and what's bad, but you just want the best for your children. That's the way I want to put it. You want what's the best for your children. You want to look after them. You want to make sure they make good decisions. But you do that in a way that you are not making the decisions for them, but they are doing it themselves, but you're guiding them through it, if you get what I mean. As in, yes, you may argue, yes, they may have interests that you may not like or you just don't find pleasing. You just have to understand this is the way it is. Have to be more open minded about it and just respect it. Give them their boundaries, give them the privacy that they need, their alone time. Because at the end of the day, it is important that we also have to learn things by ourselves because a controlling parent is someone who basically dictates their their life aspect in like a lot of ways, and that's just not good. They are very manipulative to get what they want. They choose anything that they want for them, if you get what I mean, and they kind of see it as, when I was younger, I never had this. I failed in everything that I wanted to be. So therefore, I'm gonna try and get my child to do the exact same things that I never could do. And that's not right because at the end of the day, you have to understand that your child
Mhm.
has its own life and doesn't owe you anything. It doesn't owe you their life and it doesn't owe you anything because it's not their fault that you weren't able to do the things that you wanted to do when you were younger. So you cannot be out there and expecting them to do what you want or what you pleases. Because again, like I said, they have their own life. They are discovering themselves, and you need to accept that.
Okay, let me quickly explain it.
Mm-hmm.
Ambrosia just talk about say two different type of parents now that they see. Okay, and both two different type of parents call themselves I'm good, but actually say one are the type of parents who what
Who wants the best for their children and look after them?
okay,
But
he said
yeah,
one parent is parents who look after their children, who support their children to become a better adult, like supporting their choice, respecting their choice, guiding them through, okay, allowing them to make choice of themselves, trusting their decision. He said the other parents, they call themselves that they are also good, but they are controlling parents. They project themselves on their young children. They wanted to become doctor, lawyer. They wanted to marry to rich man. They wanted to get to this point before having children. They will now start projecting it on the children. It kind of manipulates the children to do exactly what they wanted to be in their life, forgetting that these children have their own life, even if you are their parents, that those mothers do not respect privacy. They don't support the children dream, rather they will support when it's their own dream. And sometimes they also manipulate and bully their children in a way of, oh, when I was your age I never get the, oh, I never have this opportunity. Ambrosia is saying actually mothers, we should not use that word, because whether when we were at their age we get it or we don't get it, they have come in their own world. They're going to make their own mistake. They're going to live their own life. They are not going to live their life from where you end it. Okay.
And also, what I want to add to this, see controlling parents, right? What they don't understand is that your children aren't well behaved because they don't talk back to you or they do exactly as you say. They are well behaved because they know that if they act up or if they talk for themselves or express their own feelings, that consequences will come for them. And this will really affect their teen development and result into decisions they make in the near future, as in the relationships, friendship, self-esteem, and their view of parenthood when they get older. Because everything that you do as an adult or as a parent is something that your children will pick up and see as a normal when they get older. That's why it is good that as an adult, you be the role model, be the one who you want your children to be when they're older. Because I'm pretty sure that if you're beating your children now, you wouldn't expect them to be older, have children on their own, and be there and be your grandchildren with you. No, you wouldn't. So you get what you give, basically. Okay? Be more aware of that. You have to stop it. Yeah.
Ambrosia is
Mm-hmm.
saying that in a way, we mothers should be a role model of what we want our children to grow and become. Okay, not inquire career, but qua the way of bringing up your grandchildren. And we African mom really they do that a lot. You know what I mean? We don't want anything to happen to our grandchildren, but we allow a lot to happen to our children.
Yeah.
So how can you say you love your grandchildren so much, you don't want their mother to be there to touch them, but you can beat your own children? What kind of hypocrisy is
That's why I
that?
say you give what you get.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then talking about the African culture, well, in African culture, children are supposed to be humble, and they're never expected to express their feelings, emotion, or talk openly. And to be really honest, from really every African household I've seen, the children always are like they behave like slaves, if you get what I mean. Like like them. No, I don't want to say housewives, but like sometimes in like the African movies that you would see someone be like kneel down for their mother or their father and be like, yes, ma, yes, ma. Like as if they're slaves, as if they cannot feel comfortable in their own home. It's just, it's weird. Like that's your child. It's not your slave. It's not your houseboy, not your house girl. There's no love. There's no care when it comes to the African household of feeding up children, I think. And they are to never oppose an adult or question their opinions because that's seen as bad mannered or as a rebel. Like everything that an adult say is truth. They are not allowed to say, "Oh no, but I rather not have that," or "Oh no, I think actually this." Like no, you just be silent when adults are talking. You're silent, and see that's not good because as children we should be able to express our feelings. We should be able to express our own opinions. We should be able to also correct adults because adults are not always right. But by silencing that, it will make you feel small and it definitely will have a lot of impact on when you're older because you will take that picture as, oh no, other people are talking, I just have to be silent, I have just to follow what other people are saying, right? And they are not allowed to have a decision that doesn't concern them or never allowed to say no to anything asked them. And I must say, as a matter of fact, a lot of sexism and patriarchy plays a big role in this as well, as men are always the head of that family and make the choice on behalf of the children and the wife, which results in girls being more punished and looked down on than boys. And I see this quite a lot. It is always the girls because girls are the first, and this is scientifically proven if you don't believe me, but girls are literally, we go through puberty faster than boys do. Like when I was younger and I was 12, right? I was taller than Jiboy and was more developed than Jiboy. And now Jiboy is even taller than me because that's when his words were going came later in life, right?
Yes.
That's the way it is, and that's the way like it goes. So I feel like once the girl like hits puberty, especially in African houses, it seems as something like, oh, so you're now hitting your puberty. We already know what that means. You can get a boyfriend, you can get pregnant, this and that, stuff like that. But that's not always the case. Like I feel you need to talk to that. Like getting a period, it really is a big thing for a girl because it's it's really this almost way as in this new womanhood of like you're now a woman. Cramps come in, you have to talk about it and show them this how you can handle it, this how you can minimize it, this is actually what happens when you get your period, and not just think, oh, if you get your period you can get pregnant, because that's not really what a period really is. Like it's not you get a period you can get pregnant immediately, right?
No.
And also I just feel like girls in general always are just you grow up to be a mother, you grow up to be the housewife, you grow up to be silent, let the men do the talking. It's just not nice, and it happens a lot in African culture. The men would just sit down, declare themselves as the house, as the men of the house, and do absolutely nothing while the women are around taking care of not only the children but also the daughters, taking care of the sons and everything and above. And it's not right. It's
Mm-hmm.
not right at all. And I feel like children are more seen like a materialistic possession. That's the way I only can put it. With little to no personal life or rights, as it's always, I'm your mother or I'm your father, and I will tell you to do something and you will do it. Right?
It's
It's
not right.
no. Like, not in a way of you have no say. And if I tell you to do it, then you just do it. It's more like, obviously, if I tell you to do something, I want you to do it. But then give a reason, not because I'm your mother and I said so, or because I'm your father and I said so. Like, that's just more you giving saying, like, I'm the older one here. I have the authority. I'm the boss. Whatever I do, you have to do it. And that's just not right. Again, it will.
What will it make the children feel like the tenants? What will they feel when they are living with the parents who say, my rules, my rules?
They will grow up to kind of take that with them as well, even if they get a relationship like that boyfriend or that girl. Well, let's just say mostly boyfriend, because see, even as a man, you have to be the role model because everything your sons are seeing, that's the way they will treat them, and it's mostly in men that they will take the route of aggressiveness. So that's exactly how they will grow up to then look at their own wives or girlfriends, who, or even own daughters and be like, I'm the man here. I'm the one who's in authority. Whatever I say, go. And they'll have to take it along with it because that's the way they grew up. That's the only thing they know. They never knew how to speak for themselves, how to make up their own mind, or how to make the decisions because it was always, I shall obey who is above me. And it's just, that's not the way it goes. We have to communicate. You have to talk. You have to tell them, look, I want you to do this because this is the way it goes. Get me? You wanna?
Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Okay, darling,
I'm talking too
continue.
fast. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. And I last want to say, in most African households, there's no communication, no unconditional love, no care, no privacy, no boundaries. I think that's why most African parents, right, think that parenting is such a chore, as if it's like this job that they expected to get paid from, but they're not getting paid. And that's why I think that most people in Africa, like, obviously, we all know Africans can have a lot of children, and it's not because I don't even think it's because they love their children, but again, it's about that materialistic possession of saying, that's mine. I am more because I now have more children, and I'm kind of just having them so that when I'm older, they can take care of me, so that all the things that I can do, they're going to do it for me. And that's not
Hey,
right.
that's not right.
No.
That that we feel like when we have plenty children,
Mhm.
they will take care of us later in life.
Yes, because
And
then you have to ask yourself, see if you ask, and now I am talking about race and about communities, but if you ask like the white community, why do you have children? They always say, oh, I always dreamed about having children, having to grow up with them and loving them. And there actually is love. Like, even if you see in the movies how they're also loving and a tight family, and there's nothing really wrong about it, right? But when it comes to African, It's always, there's no such, I have personally, I mean, in this family, of course, but in other families or everything, like whenever, even in some movies, I've never really seen unconditional love or care, or where privacy was given, or where you could just sit down and talk about stuff that normally is considered taboo in Africa, if you get what I mean, when it comes to like your daughter or your son. It doesn't exist or something like that. Like it's something that was never given to them when they're children. So when they're older and they now have children on their own, they don't know how to like give it to them as well. Like you cannot talk about your feelings or
Mhm.
something like that. Especially like, and I'm not talking about, the people who came here and abroad, because that's different. I'm talking all the way back in Nigeria, where it's just not known of actually loving your child unconditionally and talking with them about the problems they're going through. That.
Okay. My people now they
Mm-hmm.
understand. The only thing I hear here na children. Oh Jesus. Yeah, but the open mouth. Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, what she just said, she said in our own Africa community, most especially people from back home, people where they here say we even they try. He said most of people back home, we black, we don't we don't not because we love to take care of children to know say oh this is a child that I show love. I just want to love and share and have somebody like me where I bring up. Now they make us they born. Say most black people they born and born plenty because they feel like children is investments. When you born them, they go born you. Everything you do for them now, they are going to do it. They want to build house for you, to buy you car, to take care of you, to do everything for you. He say now, wetin dey make most Africa people dey born be that. Dem no dey born because they wan born to fulfill say, oh, I born, I love, and I take care of this child. They wan born because they want to who wan pay them back. That is the first root of where it they always go wrong. Why they not they listening to teenagers? Why they not they treat us the way we are supposed to be treated? Why they keep giving us order and command? Like if I say it, you do it. Because I bring you to this life, then there is a kind of uh,
Like a power.
like a power they think they
Yeah.
now have that is very wrong. When you are a parent that have such mind, it says it's very wrong. You should love your children and make them feel like you love to have them and bring them up and be happy for yourself. That's you fulfilling your own desire. Not that you are now a master, you brought them because of this. I can off you, I can own you. That when you have that, you actually not giving that child the best. Okay, and the child is going to grow up like that and is going to pass it across, just like what Kate did, passing across again and again. They beat me like Kate friend, the woman with this Senegal. Say they beat me for Africa. When I this why they beat my children too. Yes, beating is to correct children. So, how about what do you have to say about that? Beating is to
First off,
correct children.
I want to say where hitting children actually comes from.
Hitting children, where did
Yeah,
it come from?
all the way back. Remember back in the day, like, I mean, centuries back, when our ancestors were enslaved and colonized by the white people, what did they used to do? They
They
used to,
whip.
exactly, they used to whip us for nothing at all. They used to whip us so that we know, so that our ancestors could do what could work for them, if you get what I mean, right? Beat, 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 beat. That's all they did to us. Now, those our ancestors have grown up from then. Decades, generations, and centuries later. What are we doing now? We're beating our own children. Why? Because that's what they did back to us back then. We're doing it now back. It's not right. It's not right. You know? Like most people say, oh, but it's in our culture, it's Africa culture, it's
Push.
Africa the tradition. That is not my tradition. That's not my culture. That's not it was not something that was just thought of, oh, you know what, let's hit our children because it will discipline them. No, it was back because our ancestors were behaved that way. That's all they knew. They didn't know about love. They didn't know about how to actually raise their children because that's not what the colonizers did to them. So that's how it passed along. And that's again the whole
Circle.
the whole circle basically.
And the people who have brought it to this abroad
Hmm.
and still doing it in this
Exactly.
abroad, do you think they deserve to be arrested?
Yeah, so see the thing, like, of course, I mean, in this abroad, obviously, as much as it's the white people fault, who brought it into Africa, at least they learn from it and they evolve from it. You see what I mean? So I think obviously being arrested for it to a certain point, yes. Because if you feel the need to hit your child to get your point across and you cannot sit down and communicate with them like a normal human being, then you are some type of criminal because that's sick minded. Tell me exactly what you are learning your children by hitting them. That's not called discipline. Discipline is where you teach your child to have self control. It's where you teach your child good from wrong from good and good from wrong. It's where you teach your child to be responsible, to take their action, to take, what they're doing into action, if you get what I mean. To be responsible for what
What
they've
they did.
done. Exactly. And to learn them and to let them and to listen to them and to let them get, what they have to say in as well, but to always be for them, to have consequences, but appropriate consequences, not the one where you have to be abusing, you have to beat them, right? So I actually think that we need to have, because I know there are more councils around here that do have like parent programs, where you can go to as a parent if you're having difficulties handling your child, and they will tell you in a way and teach you how to handle your teenager or your child. Okay. And I know a lot of people will look down on social workers and like, no, those are the type of people that take your children away. But social workers only take your children away if they feel like there's a danger to their child. And they're mostly always there to also teach you. The only time they will ever take your child away is because they know that you will never change and the child is going to be in big problem after.
Okay, someone is saying here that the Bible said, I think I will answer this if you can answer. He said, the Bible said, spare the rod and spoil the
Yeah,
child.
yeah. And that's something that most Africans, they don't understand at all.
They don't understand. They
No,
think rod is hit the
exactly.
child.
Exactly.
My lady that just said this, please don't you ever say this in public. In short, if I'm a social worker in the country where you live, I'm going to make sure that I monitor you because I think you are a children abuser. That is why you can go and pick a word from the Bible to say, Bible says, spare the rod and spoil the child. Many things from the Bible was a parable, my lady. Just look at what you are saying. If I'm a social worker in your country, I make sure I follow you up so that I see when your children are in danger in your hand, can take them away from you. Because if you have something to defend yourself like this, you are a child molester. Do you know so many mothers as child molesters?
As well.
They molest their own children by themselves. They abuse their children by themselves. How can you say that? When the Bible says, spare the rod and spoil the child, it's correction. Correction. Tell me one place in the Bible where Jesus had the right to beat anybody, as powerful as he was. He was even a peacemaker, but he still make all his point clear. Yes or no? So Amber, continue, my darling. Please don't make such thing and don't let them go and take your child away.
But again, it is true. Spare the rod and spoil your child. I think most Africans think spoiling means like, oh, the child, they don't have self respect. They don't know anything. They're very self absorbed, very selfish and stuff like that. But that's not what it means. It's about spoiling. It's more,
Yeah.
giving love to your child as well. Showing them, look, what you've done is not right, but let me tell you how to do it right the next time. Let me tell you what you did wrong, why it is bad, and why I have to, give you a consequence for that. And why that will also have consequences later if you don't change it. Like, sit down and talk. If you cannot sit down and talk as a parent, then you're not supposed to be a parent. You were never supposed to be a parent. If you cannot even talk about your own feelings or say how you feel or be able to communicate with your husband, right? Then what makes you think you can do to a small child?
Exactly.
Or as a matter of fact, the whole team. Someone who has two number digits and yet you're still beating them. That's wrong. Because don't be surprised if one day they start beating you back. Because that's what happens.
Yes, it happened a lot.
Yeah.
It happened a lot. This what happened in the case of this woman we are talking about. She be eating the child, okay, and that very day the child resist her back, and she was so angry, like, you beating me, you hitting me, did you just hit me? So she had to take harder weapon. Like she used to hit the child with hand, and now the child kind of fight back, push her
Mm-hmm.
because she's not 17. So
Mm-hmm.
she need to look for weapon. Mm,
At the end of the day, that's what you call self-defense, to be honest. And I think the police would say as well, like,
that is why she's arrested, and it
yeah.
become a very big case. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Because her daughter kind of do self defense by
Yeah.
using her hand to defend her mother, and
Mm-hmm.
her mother look for more harder weapon, criminal weapon, and use on the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you guys live?
Yes.
I'm bored.
Ubere ne tafia when you do to taba. He don't come now because he see say Amber they do video. I really get topic for them.
No,
Why are you behaving like this?
I simply said I am bored.
Because I know you want to come and do tafia inside this video. We don't need your tafia. Tafia. Okay, just like London 2 years ago, we saw a trending video of a child beating her mom. Yeah.
But you know that see that's why I never really that's why whenever I see like children who are going through a lot, whenever I see children going through a lot, I never ever judge them. Even at school, I be seeing some children who are acting out. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna judge you because I know for a fact that you took this from your parents. That child probably beat their mom on the bus because what do you think that happened home? What do you think happened home? And then when it's out in public and the mom is all defensive and not doing anything, that's when the child is seen as the how do you call that? As like the bad person. But what do you think that mom was doing to that child at home though? For it to result in public.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there was one you just said about anybody that cannot give enough time, that any woman that don't have time enough is not supposed to be a mother. Are we directing all this whole thing only to mothers?
No, I'm using parents because
Okay.
obviously it comes with two. One or two. It doesn't matter if you're divorced, it doesn't matter if you're a single mom or single dad. At the end of the day, parents are at fault of how the children develop and grow as a person when they're older. Okay, so don't be thinking, oh, it's all the mom's fault. It's not, because it's also the dad's fault. As a matter of fact, it's the parents' fault because you two decided or have children with each other.
Okay, what do you think that is making the mother not have the parents, okay, not have enough time to create to talk to the children before they start hitting? Because actually hitting and abusing the children comes from when you don't have enough patience,
Yeah.
enough time. You don't want to talk about it. You just think it's supposed to be like this. They just want to make the whole thing work in their own favor. Why do you think mothers or parents don't have enough time?
I just think it's because maybe they themselves were misunderstood when they were younger. Because there's never ever a way that that you will lose your patience to that extent that you think, you know what, if I just beat them, it shut them up, because it will not shut them up at all. Like that's just creating more problems. If you as a grown adult do not have enough patience to not hit your child, then there's something wrong with you and you've never really healed or grown out of the way you were being treated when you were younger. Because it's not right. It's not okay. And I feel like you just need to sit down and talk. See, as soon as again, like I said, like our emotions are very strong. You know, sometimes we overreact. Sometimes we can bet, a bit defensive and argumentative. But that's when you really have to think, okay, how can I approach with these people in different ways? How can I approach with my son or my daughter in different ways? Like, how can I try to calm them down? How can I calm myself down? Because I can get that it can get frustrating sometimes. But it should never result in hitting your child.
Okay, now what some points you want to give out for parent look out for teenagers red flag? What are the red flag for teenagers that we parents have to look at for to know that okay, it's like this, my teenager need time, like he need my coming, he will need my listening, I
Mm-hmm.
need to show some love, we need to do some sit on table talk, I need to be concerned. What are the red flag?
Well, first off, when you start being very irritable, and I sometimes
Very
have irritable, like
mm,
irritable is like when you start to feel very irritated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When
Ah,
everything starts feeling irritating with them.
yeah.
And that is true. And teenagers do it a lot. Ah.
It's just, it's not,
Ah.
again, like I said, like, it's all in the brain again, right? All in the brain, like, it's still developing, and like, it's still,
You're shaking
oh,
your leg. You're
sorry.
shaking the table. Oh, you
It's,
want to put your leg here?
yeah, so
Yeah,
absolutely.
here, because that's oh, yeah. I will do my shoe away. Sorry, my people. Our chef can't be like say hi. When you not put your leg down, you know, do I will saggy. Ah, I
Okay.
do it. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Better.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are the red flags? First, when they are feeling very
Annoyed and
annoying,
irritated.
anything just annoying them
Like,
like
very, how do I say, like, very, like,
okay.
and quick and easy to, like, piss off.
Okay.
That's just when all right, they're probably not in the mood, let me just let them cool off. Because again, like I said, like, we need our alone time. Like, sometimes we just feel just not in the mood, okay? I wouldn't say when they're in the room a lot, because see, when we're in our room a lot, it's just I have nowhere else to be around the house. I'd rather just be in my room. That's my own personal space. That's where I can just really, like, be alone and do what I want to do. So therefore, when they're in the room a lot, don't be thinking, oh, they're probably not feeling well. They're probably not this. No, it's just, again, part of it, part of the life. They're just in the room because they're in the room. But I would also say look out for what's going on in school as well, because sometimes it can happen that, some children are being bullied at school, or some, like, stuff is just happening at school or maybe with their friends, and talk about it with them and actually give them good advice, and not the advice from, oh, you don't need your friends, just leave them alone. Like, no, just actually give them good advice and be like, you know what, maybe you want to talk to your friends, or maybe I can talk with you to the teachers about the people that are bullying you, or whatever's happening with you at school and stuff like that. Just really be just very hyper vigilant, about their emotions, and be accepting of their emotions as well. And don't push them aside and be like, oh, you have nothing to worry about. When I was young, I was going through this and this and this. Like, no, just be very accepting of it and understand that, that's just the way it is. And also let them come to you to vent about anything they want to vent about. That's why I said create a safe space. Not a space where you will look down on them and you will judge them for liking this, or judge them because they did this, or judge them because they done that, right? Like, nobody is perfect. We're all perfect in our own way, right? So don't expect your child to be the perfect child as well. Because that also doesn't really exist, if you get what I mean. Again, everybody is perfect in their own way. You want to have that your child is obviously well behaved, but also feels comfortable with coming to you and being themselves, and not like acting and not that they're acting like robots, because they know that, oh no, if I piss you off, you're gonna do this and this and
This
that
or
to me.
that.
And also, don't be too strict, because again, strict parents, they create sneaky children, because they know.
Sneaky children.
Yeah,
Yes.
very strict parents create very sneaky children.
Mhm.
It's true. I've seen it. I'm going to school, and the amount of things that I'm seeing my peers doing, all because their parents just won't allow them to be an actual teenager, actually go out with their friends and stuff like that. Like, it happens a lot. That's what I'm saying. Again, friendship really means a lot for us, especially through these times. So let us go out, So let us have some time with our friends. Let us be an actual teenager, actually living the life. And it doesn't always have to, and you don't always have to think, oh no, like, if I let them out, then they're going to do this and this and that and that. Like, no, it doesn't always have to be, because once your child feels comfortable with you, they will come to you and they will tell you exactly what they were doing, where they're going to, and feel comfortable with you to talk to you. Like me, I can go to my mom and I can always tell her, like, what I'm doing, with what friends I'm going to, what happens in school and stuff, because that's just, I feel comfortable, like, I don't feel like I have to act a certain way because I know she's gonna get pissed off. Even if I know she's gonna get pissed off, I feel comfortable coming to her, because I know that if she gets mad, she knows how to deal with that, right? And if I get mad, my mom, I know how to deal with that.
Yes. So these are things parents should always try to master with each other, with their children. That you can be pissed off, okay? Know how to handle it with your teenager children. And when your teenager children also have the right to be pissed off, know how you can also go in. Okay? Ambrosia, can you also tell us what parents can also do when they want to get the best from teenagers? teenagers is a difficult age, we all know. They behave strange sometimes, they behave rude, they behave entitled, and I want to say my opinion is very plenty with there. So, what will you tell us, the parents? How should we handle that situation? You see, Belfast, I'm a wapi.
Um, Again, we're still growing, we're still developing, especially up in our brains, right? Like again, like I said, our emotions are very strong. So I just feel as much as we do that, it's nothing out of the norm because you will see that in everybody that's going through it, right? It's nothing out of the norm. Like we're just in this way of like in a rebellious state, but I wouldn't say overly, but like just the rebellious state where we just feel like, no, I need to get my point across. So that's why I can come over like everything has to be an argument. But to be really honest, it's just us expressing our feelings and letting you know, like, no, this is the way we want to do it, you know? Because we have our own lives to live as well. We have like our own personal interests, and it may not always please you, but that's just the way it is. So just
Thank
try
you
and
for the
find
start.
a
Thank
thank
you.
you. So just find a way to kind of acknowledge them and be like, you know what? You know, my child is growing once they're older. It's just the way it is. Yeah.
Can I contribute?
Yeah.
What's the topic?
The topic is teenager, how to handle teenagers.
Not the teenager. I thought it was.
I always tell my children to tell anything without being scared. Does that
Yeah.
help? Does that really help
It
with
like
teenagers?
well, it depends. I mean, if you've never done it before and you're only just doing it now and be like, oh, you know what? Like if they ever were to come to you and you were always mad in the past, don't be surprised if they won't come to you at all. Even if you feel like, oh, you know what, I just want to talk to my child. Don't be surprised if they don't want to come to you at all. If in the past you used to be mad at what they were doing, right? Because that's like also when you start like, oh, all of a sudden my mom wants to talk, but she never talks with me. You know, this feels weird. She never showed me this type of love before. Like this is really weird to me. I don't know if I should believe it. And not that when you say, oh, don't be scared and you start getting mad at them for expressing like what they did and you know how they're doing
That is manipulative and it
exactly.
kind of it is definitely going to go wrong. What she's saying is that when you tell your children, oh, don't be afraid, come to me to tell me anything, let me be the first to hear it. But when they tell you, you are angry. When they tell you, you are using it against them. But you always tell them, trust me, come to me. Nobody will trust you like that. If you disappoint them first time, the second time, no need. If somebody is even telling them, why can't you tell your mom? Say, nah, I can't tell my mom. My mom will always say, come to me. But when she hear it, she started using it for this and that. So mothers, parents, if you tell yourself, my children, you can come to me to tell me anything, make sure that you are able to take it. It still be like when wife go look husband phone. Okay? When they look and finish, they start to cry. They want to put fire at home. Then why do you go and look? It's the same thing with children. Hello?
Hello, Ambrosia. Wow. Good evening, mommy.
Hi.
Hello, Ambrosia.
Good
Hello.
I'm
evening.
watching you. Doing very well.
Thank you.
Mom, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Yeah, because I have girls and they are almost going to teenage age. What if, like, I wasn't doing it before? I used to be this, like, I shout at them when they come to tell me things. Is it possible? Can I change and call them, talk to them to, like, I don't like, develop this friendship? Like you just said, you can go to mommy now and tell her anything. What if I wasn't doing it for my girls and I know they are going to this teenage age, which I really learned a lot from this topic, and I want them to be close to me so that they can tell me anything. You understand? So I can advise them. So if I wasn't doing it before and I notice that they are scared, if they do something, they will just lie instead of open up and tell me the truth. What do I do? How do I change?
Okay, what you are saying now,
so
my
that
lady,
they will be free?
what you are saying now, my lady, is that you don't used to do that, but now that they are going to teenage age, you are asking they can trust you to start coming to
Yes,
you
what
and
will I do?
able.
Yes, so that they can. Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, go listen now. Abi, Amber, talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
So-
you.
So now I understand you want to change your ways. right? You know, because especially like when they're, I mean, when children are young, they say anything, you know, like they probably don't even know that concept of, oh, I can actually come to my mom and tell about, like, talk about my feelings and stuff. So I would say, first, for yourself, you need to start accepting when they go to their teenage age, am I ready for them to tell me anything? And when I say anything, I mean anything. Like the bad, the good, the ugly. Like, am I ready to accept that from them? And then I want you to say, what is my patience like? Am I really? Do I have self control to act normal and to act gentle
Very
whenever?
important,
Like,
self-control. When you are angry, you have to pretend like you are not.
Like, am I ready to do that yet? Like, do I have time for that? Even if they were to express their opinions, am I ready to take in their opinions? You know, even if they have feelings, like, am I ready to accept those feelings that they have? Am I ready to accept the changes that are going through, the changes that they are going through? Am I ready to take that in on me? First, you have to do that, because if you know you can't do that, then there's no need in go ahead and telling your children, like, oh, you know what, you can come to me and tell me anything, and then get mad because you actually weren't ready for that, right? So you have to sit down with yourself and know, am I ready for this? Like, I know how I've acted in the past. Like, can I take that away? Can I now
Me
start
as a
anew?
mother, I always advise and encourage mothers. The moment your children are going to teenage age, you too should mature from level of taking care of small children to
Okay,
okay.
I think this is important now.
Yeah.
Let it not look as if only the mothers are being advised based
No,
on this
it
very
is
thing.
Amber is using parents.
Yeah.
Only they're
Parents, yeah.
using mother.
Even fathers can play even more better role, because especially the female daughters are even more very confident in their own father more. They can even tell their father what they may not even easily want to discuss with their mom.
Yes.
Father, so that fathers can also be
Good
prepared.
evening.
Ambrosia.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sister. Good evening, love.
Good evening.
I have two daughters, Rosa. Even though my little girl is 15 years, is the one that just looking your program is be commenting for you.
Oh, that's really nice. Thank you.
And he be say you don't have Facebook, he use my phone to watch you.
Oh, yeah,
And he
okay.
be saying everything you are saying, you are correct, you are correct. You will comment many things on your platform now. But the senior one, I train them for the same
way.
I bring them up the same way. But the senior one, he like friend outside, like friend. You know what I mean?
Like
friend,
going out.
friend.
Yeah.
He like friend more than family.
Really?
Where did that make it wrong?
No, there's you're not going wrong. How old is your oldest daughter?
That one is 18 years now. 18 years old.
That's really normal at 18 years. What do you think she's doing at 18 years? Obviously, she's out there living that 18 years life. Like, that is normal. She's just more of an extrovert that likes to go out, have friends, really experience, like, going to nightclubs and stuff like that. Like, I know, obviously, you as a mother, you're a bit afraid. Like, I don't really want that. Like, why can't you just not stay at home and be with the family? Like, obviously, having a family, that's one thing. Then again, I know it may sound harsh, but you don't really choose who your family is. Like, your family is already given to you, so you kind of have to respect the fact that, okay, this is my family, this is who they are, I love them. But choosing who your friends are and who you connect with outside, that is something personal to us, because we get to do that ourselves. We get to decide when we go out with who we want to go out with and who we want to spend our times with. So for her, as an 18-year-old who's basically already legally an adult, it is normal for someone to go out and, like, live that life. Like, it's no, I mean, sure, you were 18 old back then as well. Like, I obviously don't know how it was back then, but you definitely were in that mid 28 age where you're, like, going out to nightclubs and talking with different people. Like, it's normal.
I'm just thinking, did I make everything wrong?
No, you did. No, as a matter of fact, no.
It's just worrying me that where did I go wrong? I want to know my mistake. Where did I make it wrong? Where did I do it wrong?
You did not do anything wrong. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even say that you did everything exactly just right as it is, because it comes by age. Like, for her to actually be confident, like, does she tell you when she goes out, or does she just goes out by herself?
Yeah, no,
See,
if you want to go out.
if
But
she
I told stop it, don't go, but it will still.
no, see, for her to still go, like, of course you're gonna get that. Like, I'm 18, I can do whatever I want. So of course she will go. But for her to tell you where she's going and to still go, knowing that she have just disobeyed like what you wanted to do, it makes her feel comfortable because she knows, you know what? Even though my mama said no, I'm still gonna go. She's maybe gonna get mad at me, but I feel comfortable with my mother. Did she tell you as well when she comes back what she did and where she was?
Yeah.
Except she's.
Sometimes.
You see, and that's.
Love light, thank you.
Give her advice. So you just listen to her advice. Maybe after some days, you will not listen again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I definitely understand you. But if anything, I would say you did the best job you could ever do. Because for me, I just seem like you have created this safe space where you allowed your daughters to be who they wanted to be and to grow into their person. Probably your 15-year-old would probably be maybe not like exactly like her because that's normal, right? Every sibling is their own type, but I would say you did an amazing job. It's just the way it is.
Such as Monica is different. Monica is a different
Thank you. God
Of
bless
course,
you.
of course, you're
Thank
welcome.
you. You just make me you just make me feel relaxed. I'm crying every time. Say, where did I get it?
No, you did
I
amazing.
have two children. This one is so obey, one is so obey. So he'll be commenting for you. Since he'll be commenting for you that what you are saying is so. So we will make one statement for comment that the way our parents bring us back for Nigeria. PT all these things, people, some mother, some family want to use that method for the children they are bringing up in Western world. It doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't.
So thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mama, thank you. Mama,
Thank you, ma.
You're
No
welcome.
problem.
Yeah.
Eh? Oh,
And
these people, they make me laugh.
And I still want to say, see if you're still watching it, I would say you actually should be happy that your children are like this. And for you to be that parent that, again, let your children to be themselves. Because there are a lot of other people out there, and a lot of other parents that will not allow their children to be who they are. Like, especially reaching that age of 18, that's like a very scary age for most African parents because they're like, oh, my child is going to be 18 soon. I know what happens when they turn 18. Like
they don't listen. They want to do their own thing.
Exactly.
Hope you will not do that with me.
I'm not that introverted. But all I'm saying is that if they feel comfortable to even just tell you where they were going and how they were doing and just went up their way, then you did an amazing job because they can at least tell you instead of keeping it a secret from you.
Yeah, Saleh Space said, Monica, is this your daughter? Yes, my biological daughter. I give birth to her. Thank God I have picture and video of pushing her. Otherwise, many of you will call it fake. Do you want me to show you video when I was giving birth to her? Before they will call it fake. Oh, somebody is asking, what did I eat when I was pregnant of you?
Okra soup.
That the cook can actually testify.
Okra soup, Maggi, and salt.
No fire. Can you eat that? You cut your okra soup, you put it on cold water, no Maggi, no salt. You use it to eat big pounded yam.
You actually did that?
Oh, that's my favorite. I don't eat rice.
With heavy speed. That's like if they are chasing her.
Jesus. I don't eat rice. You know why? It's waste of time. Even if I eat a pot of rice, it's a waste of time. So pounded yam ain't gonna last me like 2 hours. Rice is just like I eat and finish. It's finished. It vanish. So I know they get time for rice. Just cut my okra in cold water, no cooking. Just use pounded yam. Boom, boom, boom. Rush. Because if I don't eat it, my stomach might be fighting me. Ambrosia is looking, I think that the good day here to testify. Crazy food, now my portion. When I get about belly, crazy food. Where normal guy, where normal lay is my portion. Hello.
Okay, I'm jealous, so it's just as if I should open my stomach and just put it some Ambrosia. No wonder, Lolikia, we just want fame. Me, self, I be jealous. God, I can't wait for my daughter to grow up. Wow, God bless you.
Thank
She's
you.
beautiful. Oh God. Oh,
You too. You too. I know your children. They are beautiful and they
ah,
speak well too.
I just pray they grow up and this
Yes.
confidence is top notch. Nothing like a child having confidence. Well
Yes.
spoken. God bless you. God
Thank
bless
you.
you. Daddy cool. God bless you. Ambrosia, I
Bless
love
you, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bless you, man.
Okay, there was something I wanted to say. Oh, don't let me forget, Amber. All your point is finished. Have you finished all your point? There's this scenario. Okay, have you finished all your points? I
Okay,
remember.
I have one question for Ambrosia.
Yeah.
What would you say to we African parents,
Mm-hmm.
whether we are angry or not, we like to talk and shout.
Yeah.
So, and our children might misunderstand that we are really angry. Meanwhile, we are not angry, it's just our way of
Exactly.
communicating. So, what can you say to?
Okay, wait, the call, we miss it. Okay, talk.
So, usually, like number one example is your mom, for instance, that she will just sort of sit down. Ambrosia, you will be shocked. That kind of person, for instance, she's not angry. She's just want to send you a message to bring, for instance, the remote control in front of her. She will call you down from upstairs. So, what will you? How will you explain or advise?
Hello. See me, Mama P.
You born Amber cash. You born a cash for your son, we son.
Yes, I born a cash. Daddy could pay cash before I born, otherwise.
Natural pressure. We just decided they watch it. Don't let me watch it. They asked me, say, "Mommy, why are you watching?" Auntie are laughing. I said, because the English that is coming out from Amber's mouth is how I want you guys to speak. I need to relocate you guys to the UK. So we can say hello to her. Now, so let me call. Now, so you can say hello to her. Precious day. Good evening, Auntie Amber.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, such a sweetheart.
So what do you have to say to Auntie Amber? That you speak very good English.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know what? One day you will speak good English as well. Trust me.
Thank you.
Of course, you're welcome.
Say how you love her. I love you.
Oh, thank you. I love you too.
So that's I want to say hello to you. I think that's Amber. Hello.
Hi, Nathan.
No, it's not Auntie Monica. First is Auntie Amber. I know you like Monica. You will talk to Monica. Hello, Auntie Amber.
Hello, Nathan. How are you?
Fine.
Oh, that's adorable.
What are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. And how are you doing?
Good. Hey, one more thing, boy. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Everybody scream, Amber, we love you. Amber, we love you.
Thank you. I love you too. I love you too.
Your mama told you cash.
How about Mama born a cash? Daddy could pay cash. Silvio, my darling Factor said that why you love. Okay.
Bye.
Love you. Bye. Amber, they said somebody else is calling. Somebody said, is it normal for a 12 years old to tell a mother, take permission before you send me message? Don't be sending me message anyhow like that.
Wait, who said that it's a child?
Yeah. 12 years old is telling a mother, take permission before you come to my room or before you want to send me message.
I would say that's actually. Do you want me to say?
Okay, wait.
After this.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. This question is for Daddy Cool. Hi, Daddy Cool.
Oh, Daddy Cool, don't work out.
Oh, he's out.
Okay, talk and he go come.
I've been want to ask him. Since they born them Amber for Netherlands when they speak English. How they take get such accents like kids that are in the US? Now I ask that why they train them up.
I actually can answer that for you. As a matter
Okay.
of fact.
You say Amber can answer that. We don't fair talk a many times, but
Yeah.
okay.
So back in the Netherlands, there actually was a time where my dad bought this TV box, right? And we were only allowed to put it on English to improve our English, right? Because our English was not as good because we still had that very strong Dutch accent. So I can remember that was one of the ways that we picked up on the English accent. Also, like the stuff that we used to watch and just like back then it was TikTok was called Musically. Even on Musically, everything was English. We had English in primary school as well, and just like on YouTube, we're watching everything in English. So by that way, you kind of pick up on the English accent. And then whenever we came in here, immediately we just knew everything here is English. So we have to switch up. I still had a little bit of a Dutch accent, but quickly you already pick up like the way people are talking. So you're more influenced to talk like them. And that's how we managed our English. So I would say it's more easier if you're already finding yourself in an English based country, but outside of it, you really have to how would I say that? You really have to like count on the stuff that your children are watching or even the books they're reading. Like back in the days, I was still reading books in English.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's how we got it.
So, my lady, what I will say, if your children are still small, that they could really did for the children. They can speak Dutch at home,
Yeah,
but
I did for the United States. I just did ask for general people who only for English.
okay. Now cartoons, when they watch, when you there Italy or Germany, don't let them watch cartoon in that language. They should watch cartoon in English. You will think they don't understand. They will. Just let them continue.
And also, I would say to enhance their ability of even reading and still the same, like in Italy or in Germany or in the Netherlands, wherever they're based, I would say, because we watch it in English, but we have Dutch subtitles.
Yes.
And that also really helps.
Okay.
Yes.
Lolekia, you hear so? Thank you very much.
Program banale na wado atie Lolekia you way. You understand? That one, it really do help. And that time, Ambrosia really obey with Monica. But J-Boy will always be playing trick on it. You remember? When J-Boy is watching something in his room, when we go there, he's still listening in Dutch. Do you know that actually affects when the girls don't pick up? J-Boy was still dealing with Netherlands. You know why? Because when the rules was created, the girls pick it up. J-Boy was sneaky. Instead of him to watch cartoon, listening like they read the subtitle, he know they hear the English, so he no one wait. He just start. It will be, So if you tell your children not to be watching cartoons in English and be using subtitle in your language, anything that make them to always like we want to watch it in our language is going to delay them. Don't forget that.
Also,
thank you for the star, mommy patience. Hey, longest time, mama is
but
here.
also that's
thank
the way
you
you can also
from
reverse
YouTube.
it. That's also the way you can reverse it because now we're here. Obviously, we don't want to lose our Dutch. So, as much as everything is still English, and of course the TV and everything is obviously going to be English, I still sometimes use Dutch subtitles. Or whenever we're playing game, actually, like on our Nintendo Switch, we made it Dutch for us to like understand it, and our phones Dutch as well. Like Monica has a phone on Dutch.
Now that we live in English country, everything is English. So most things they watch at home is Dutch.
Yeah.
The game that they play that they love so much, we put it in Dutch so that they don't, that language doesn't, not that they can really forget because they don't already be teenager before we reach here, but at least to keep it more going that they still enjoy their language, not like everything now English, you see? So it's very like that.
Yeah.
When you live in the other country and you really still want your child to pick English because you come from English country, cartoon help a lot. Even Igbo people where they speak English for Netherlands, cartoons and traveling help a lot. The moment you take your children to English speaking country for holiday, Do you know they come back with the mentality of everything they hear?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my children, we started visiting UK 2018. That the coup came 2017 and invited us 2018. Ever since then, that my children start coming and they hear the English speaking in the street because we went to my senior sister in Glasgow,
Scotland.
Scotland,
Yeah.
and we stay some time there. And our children they make no 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 no. So it kind of before we come on, Monica don't they change too. He don't they try to they speak like the children, and it kind of help them a lot. So if you also like concerned about giving English to your children, go to English holidays for them. 1 week, you won't believe what it will go far in their brain. Don't forget their children go far a lot for them.
And now to come back to that one question that woman was asking that her child was saying, look, permission, that's actually good because you know what she's just done?
Thank you, Mommy Patience. I love you.
She was setting out her boundaries. And that's, again, a thing that I think most African parents just don't want. For your own child to have like their own little privacy, to just to be on their own, to keep things, to themselves because that's personal to themselves. Like again, asking, look, if you come into my room, I'd rather have you just knock and ask. And again, that should be valid because what's the reason for you to just come into your son, your children room like that and just
I do.
Yeah, you sometimes do, but I track you away. But anyways, again, like I'm saying, like you should just respect as much as you want to be respected. Like if you don't want your children to come into your room like that, then don't do it to them. Respect goes both ways, and it's never really earned. It's only earned if you give it as well, right? So respect it. It doesn't matter from age. It doesn't matter what age it is. The moment that your child is aware enough to say, you know what, I don't like the way you're doing things. I'm gonna set my boundaries, and this is how I would love for you to follow it. Because if I have to do it, I expect you to do it as well. That's when you really know, okay, that I've hit in that age. They're now, starting to mature. I now myself have to, start respecting them the way I would love to be respected. So it's nothing weird. It's nothing wrong.
It's just the child trying to set a boundary that which is good. Some children, you need to come and be telling them how to say no. Exactly. But your child now is taking the responsibility of getting mature to know when to even tell you no. Be happy. Some mothers don't want children to they call it rude.
True.
You see, like Monica kind of character. Yeah. Oh my God, you don't know how they bully her on social media. They say she's rude to me, she's too square, she's going to be mini.
But see, again, like if we were to put Monica here, let me just tell you, she would not care about anything you have to say. Because that's the way she is, she has a boundary, she knows what she wants, and she knows what she doesn't want. And if anything, that's what you want for your child, to be able to speak for themselves, not to have you to tell them, look, if someone tells you to do that, then you say such and such. No, you want them to know from themselves, to be self-aware, to be like, you know what? This is not what I want. This is not what I like. I'm going to say it. I'm going to express my opinion. I'm going to express myself and tell you exactly how I want it to go. And that's good because when they grow older, they would be able to have that confidence of, you know what, like say in a work setting, like if a boss is talking rudely to them, instead of them shying away and be like, oh, well, I never learned how to express my feelings, so I suppose I should just take this disrespect. You're like, no, I'm not going to let you talk to me like that. I'm going to tell you exactly how I want things to go. And that's good. That's what you want for that. It's not being rude. It's not being necessarily disrespectful. Obviously, you need to mind the way it comes across. But it's about them already knowing from themselves how they want it and how it needs to be, to have that boundary again, to have that confidence of I can speak and make my own decisions and choices for myself.
Did you hear that? For those of you callers, mothers from inside, always bullying Monica. That because you call her bold and rude, you call her a spoken insult, you call her appearance mini ashawo as una dey talk am. Oh no, it's not. Every children are different. Every child is different, and some children get it on time and hold on to it. And when you see a mother like me who understand how teenagers are supposed to be, I will just support. Amber said it from the beginning. 2 type of parenting: the parents controlling,
and the one who are looking out for you.
So me, if I notice this is who my child is, he already pick away, I just look out for them. I will not control them and turn them. Somebody, they live in a Western world where they are supposed to exploit men more than me. In short, many of our children know the system more than us. Just that they be small picking. They know how it works. They know the tradition of this place. You don't even know nothing. And the child now they pick up, they do, and you they control, and you will not know something, how it work. You don't know how they talk to each other here. Do you know we parents sometimes we don't know how Oyibo people make joke.
True.
Then Monica is that kind of child where be saying, hey, he too know how to talk to Oyibo. He too know Oyibo tradition and culture. Among three of them, can tell you Monica is the most integrated. And you want me, when no get Oyibo contact, when no know the rules and regulation, make I come the control pikin, we already integrated and know how it is. It's not right. You are drawing that child backward. Don't do it. Be a mother that what?
That looks out for their own.
That look out for the children, not a mother that control. Mother that control, we end up manipulating the children to their own way. And me, I am from Africa. I don't know much about Western law. I did not really go to primary school here, so I don't really know. So if I see my children picking up the way here, I will encourage and support them. I cannot bend them to my own because I don't know. Me, sometimes can be in midst of where they are telling something like joke. Because the kind of joke, I know Sabi, I don't know how they do that kind of joke. That the quiz is also very good with Oyibo joke. Yeah. If he like, he don't know the Oyibo before. If they throw joke, he know how to give it back joke. Me, you throw joke, I would they look in me in Watama way. So how do you want me to come and be dulling children who already is in the system? That's what some of you don't know. Please, your children have this thing. Don't call it afia. You, the mother, we feel use and they do. We feel use and they do what we like call it now, like joke, like I will call Monica, my sabi mama, over sabi. But deep down in me, it not reach my ear. I just know that this is what she's supposed to be. At the meet Oyibo children for outside, they very smart and interactive with me. You know that.
Yeah.
So we like call that one over sabi children. No, they are just very, very civilized to be able to rapport with me at my age and my color. And what will you call that? Will you call that over sabi? So please, do not go and be stopping your brilliant and well-matured children. The things you are supposed to do for them is to make sure that you create awareness of respect, boundaries. But some children, and they create the boundary, mothers not know. Okay, please know how to create boundaries for your children, that they know how to respect each other's space, that you allow them to do what they are supposed to do, not extreme. Don't let them be the one to control you, but you too don't control them, but lead them and guide them. Is that not what you said? You said don't be a controlling mother, but be a leading and a guiding mother. That's what I do. That's what you should do. It do help a lot. When you have a child like Ambrosia, who like to, okay, let me come in now. People are saying, what did you eat in burning Ambrosia? I ate okra without cooking a lot. If you ask me, now that one I eat more. Yeah, I was not eating rice that much.
Was that just not like a pregnancy craving for you personally?
I think so, because I was very, very hungry. So I always need something that can take me for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because I was always eating. So I don't want to eat. I want something to stay in my body. Mm-hmm. And it was that okra, and I can't wait may go fire. If it go fire, I'll still eat out. But because I wake up so hungry, I can't cook. I just cut it in cold water and I eat it, and it let me eat. I don't care.
So, I'm sorry. There's a question. I don't know if you want to.
Okay.
There was this person saying, if if I talk back to you whenever I want to like,
But do you talk
yeah.
back to mommy to explain your side when mommy is upset with you, or do you just listen? Okay.
I'm gonna be really honest. I do talk back,
Woo.
right? Like I do talk back. And it's true, sometimes I want to get my point across. Now, the way I sometimes get my point across, I'm going to be honest, it can be quite aggressive. Sorry for that. It can be quite aggressive, okay? To the point where I really get angry, but I'm not supposed to be that angry because it's not that big thing. But I just feel always that nobody's listening to me or nobody understands what I'm going through. Right. So then yes, I do talk back to get my point across and be like, no mama, this is how I'm feeling, this is what happens, especially when it comes to Jibba. Like, no, this is what Jibba did to me, and this is how Jibba was doing, and you're just not seeing it, you're putting the blame on me. But I understand that you're not putting the blame on me. But in that moment I'm just like, now you're looking at me because I'm the one who's overreacting, and Jibba doesn't really overreact.
Yes, Jebo is very good at that.
And it really pisses me off that he's not overreacting because I know he was the one at fault, not me. I just get really angry about that.
Thank God that you are saying this. You see why I always like ignore whatever you are saying at that time. Just say, please go to your room. You know why? You be so. Me, I know that Jebo must have looked for your trouble. Okay, and now you are overreacting more, and the one you are overreacting is so calm. Yeah. What do you want me to do? I will say, okay, you calm down. No, he did it. I know he did it. You calm down. The moment you are overreacting, me myself, I'm done.
Well, I want to contribute from here.
That is cool.
No.
You know, say me and you get topic. You know topic where we get.
No, what?
Why you tafia for children?
No,
children matter. What say your children? They send the message. Many women say their husband be like that. Like that one.
That's why I say why men they do like that.
Mm-hmm.
All of us they do. I will give you reason why.
Yes.
Now Amber define J-boy trouble. Amber is a troublemaker.
It's not
Thank
true.
you, Amber, for being honest with us. That this program today deserve an applause. Thank you.
First, Amber is a very strict headmistress.
Very strict.
Number one. Number two, something that will happen tomorrow, Amber will quarrel for it today as if it has already happened.
And Amber will have appointment 6 hours later and it's already telling you, I don't want to be late.
3 hours later, Amber
6 hours before.
Amber is ready. So
3 hours before, Amber is ready.
She's the Madam Dutch in this house. Okay, fine.
1 hour before our appointment, she's there.
Say looking for trouble. Okay, Jebboy can go there just to go disturb the girls. If he is bored with his game, he will go there. They will drive him out of the room. Then he doesn't want to leave. Amber will take it personal now and begin to preach Constitution, law, chapter 2, verse 3. All those kind of things.
Okay, so Amber will make a good medical doctor. She had that patience too much to care, to listen, to read. In short, that one is on that statement because she took get that thing we will not get to become. She will listen, she will read, she will do under Zoom, she will be there on time. She don't like late coming, she don't like irresponsible, but it's too strict.
No, I wouldn't say I'm
She's
strict.
Pepe.
No, I wouldn't say I am strict, right? It's just, see, I like to have things a certain way. Sometimes Monica says, oh, Amber, you have autism. Amber, you have OCD because that's the way you act. I'm like, it's not. It's because I know the principles, right? Jiro and Monica, they don't have that.
Somebody is saying, if it is mommy that say you should not make up, Amber don't like makeup. If it
do you know I actually wanted her to use lipstick and she said no.
If it is Monica,
I say use
make sure
this
she
lipstick, only the lipstick. Amber carry my lipstick. He throw inside there like, am I not okay like that? Say just the lipstick.
I mean, like the only makeup I would wear are like my Vaseline. And I have like
Vaseline.
5 different types. Like I have my own lip gloss as well that we use for school, maybe mascara, and that is me done.
But not Monica.
Monica will have a whole makeup routine, and
You
that's where
go
we stop this
by
argument because I'm like,
label
Monica, look, we
shop.
gotta go. She's like, I'm still busy. I'm still busy.
Monica
Yeah, my
will
label
make up
shots. Yes.
and fix eyelashes.
Exactly.
Yes, she took after her mom.
And she's always asking, "But let me do your
Personality.
eyelashes. Let me do your makeup." And I let her do my makeup once, and I said, "Never again."
It was really
It was
beautiful.
nice, but I just don't feel comfortable with makeup on. I just don't think I've reached that mentality. That I mean, yes, most of my peers in school are already making like full on glam as if it's like a runway we're going to. But it's just I haven't reached that stage yet. I think maybe one day I'll get to it, but just not now.
And I said there will be. Do you know people that will really become medical student later? They have that type of thing. They are never ready for. I don't think I'm ready for boyfriend. I don't think I'm ready for club. I don't think acting is my thing. I don't think I'm ready for makeup. Just know that you don't get medical person for your among your children. This sign, listen to this sign. Hello, mommy, Africa water, mommy, ABS, I greet you, mama. Okay, listen to this. If you get that pikin that take book to holiday, where everybody is carrying what to take play, is loading a bus with book, big novel. Number 2, to know that I have born a natural medical student, somebody that will be in medical sector in life naturally. God just give you. Number 2, when the whole house is bubbling, they are under the bed reading their book. They don't want the noise. When they always take excuse of, I just want to be left alone, just know that, hey, God don't give you natural one.
It's not even necessarily an excuse.
Again, when they are not in rush for anything man relationship. Number 2, when they keep one or just 2 friends, they don't need more. Again, when their outing place is to go and watch latest movie and not to go and watch I want to hang out with my just friend roaming in the street. Another one again, when they are very interested in like you know that they see celebrity, they come around now, they go see the one of Beyonce is coming, Jay-Z is coming, they will not interest in those ones. They will be interested in the one you go say, who is that? Which one is that? What did this sing? Which one is that? Okay? When they are not interested in makeup at all, when Vaseline is their makeup, they bought Vaseline like they are buying makeup. They see pink Vaseline, they want to buy yellow Vaseline, they want to buy blue Vaseline, they want to buy. Just know, say God don't give you natural doctor, no evil bother. Now their sign be that. When they love a particular style of hair again and again. Hey, oh. When they are never interested in your weavon.
Somebody is asking what.
When they always love to dress and cover up, they never pack dress up. You know, say God don't dish that.
Monique, somebody is asking a question in the comment section.
Yeah.
What profession are you aspiring to be?
I want to be a midwife when I grow up.
Midwife.
Yeah, and that's also what I'm planning to do in university as well, like a course, midwife.
Midwifery.
Yeah, that's I don't want to become a doctor or anything like that because it just to become a doctor. First of all, you have to be really smart and like
you think you're not smart. That is what I'm asking.
I know I'm smart, right? That's one. Like I'm smart
See,
enough. But
you know, if you are a midwife, you are not just a nurse.
A midwife's not a nurse. No.
Okay, that's correct. So with that point, if you because you are very young, that's why you're thinking like this. That's what I've always said. If you get to that point of getting your midwifery from the talk from your friends, from what you see your friends are aspiring to be, when you're a midwife, you have so many opportunity in the doctor line to choose from. You know that one, and it's only just one step away.
True, but I don't
Yeah, no, you can say that now. Me too. I have always said I don't want to be this, I don't want to be that. I end up having the certification, which I ended up not even using at some point, So just because that person asked that question and I want to throw it and I knew you were going to say this again.
Mm-hmm.
If you are in the medical field, there are varieties of aspects you can take.
Mm-hmm.
You can be a gynecologist, which I can already prophesy you are going to because you want to go for children, birth and stuff.
True.
That is what, because midwife is about birth at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You understand? It's about birth, about taking care of children because that's what you aspire for.
Well, it's more taking care about the woman first.
Yes, exactly.
That is what somebody is asking. That can you tell us about this, your passion for midwife?
Midwife, yes.
You know, we can hear midwife, we don't hear people who deliver children.
No,
but
not
maybe
only that.
to you, there are more things you guys do there.
Actually, yes, there are much more. If I'm midwife,
Bye-bye.
no, not the contribution are the contribution.
Oh, say no, but
yes, now.
Oh, beton blab or segbe memo.
When only you day here, I did come here. Now me and Amber the G's, I not get to talk to my pikin again. Maisha pikin.
Somebody says she look like first daughter.
I bet she's a first daughter actually from Papa.
Oh yeah, tell them a little bit of, although we did not come for that one, but tell them a little bit of midwife, how large and expand it is that we really don't know.
Midwifery, like honestly, at the end of the day, it is at the long run after the 9 months, it is about birthing the child and all. But that's only like 20% of it, because everything before then, even before you even are pregnant, the first person you will go to even ask about pregnancy will be your midwife, because those are the people who are specialized in how a woman's body is developing, about the postpartum, about like the things that all happen inside of here, inside of the womb, and all stuff like that can help you with it, and who knows about how babies and fetus evolve around here. Not only are they only there for people who want children, but obviously, also the darker parts of people who are pregnant and don't know what to do, probably don't even want to be pregnant or want to abort their child. Again, it's a midwifery you're going to ask for advice, like what do I do? How should I go about that and stuff? And for me, I want to be a midwife really just to care about the mother, because it's just really like, I just feel like some mothers, like when I do my research, sometimes it is always whenever the mother says something or they have the wishes of how they want to go about their birth and about their pregnancy, some people just don't listen enough to them. It's always overlooked, especially in the Black community. Have I heard that, some Black women were dismissed whenever they asked, oh, can I maybe get like the back being pricked because it was hurting enough, or they just didn't listen to them, or this went wrong or that went wrong, or the baby was born stillborn because of stuff that happened. And I just want to be there to make sure, look, with me you can feel safe. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. It doesn't matter if you want a child or if you don't want a child. I will be there for you. I will help you. Doesn't matter from whatever community they come from, because you're going to be having a lot of people like from different religions, different backgrounds, different races, teen moms who come in. I want to be there and I want to help them, to make them feel welcomed.
Yeah, okay. That's great. That makes sense. Makes sense.
You are so blessed. What Ambrosia will say you want to do, I know the two one involved, because I know when she passed this level and she's getting in, she's always somebody who wants more, and anywhere she find an interest that she will do better. That's why I don't really need to like, oh, why you are so intelligent, why can't you turn it to doctor, why can't you turn it to that, why can't you turn. She's somebody that when she gets to this level and she knows that, oh, there's opportunity more, that she always knows what to do. Always.
See. Okay, my daughter once asked me,
Thank you for
me
throwing light,
why
light
do I become a computer engineer,
I
right?
swear, if this
okay.
Even
I use my own to explain to you, yeah. I didn't plan to become a computer engineer or a scientist now. When I started, it was not about computer. We didn't even know about computer. Computer was like a dream stuff. We don't know how it looks like, but that's why I was always telling you about mathematics and physics and at least art, geography and stuff like that, and history. which is very important. Yeah. So at the end of the day, what my mind was, I always wanted to be just a soldier. Can you imagine? Yeah, I want to be a soldier and be in the mechanized brigade because I like mechanics.
Yeah.
I want to fix those big machines as a child because my daddy was fixing caterpillars and I saw it and I participated. So that was my dream.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what am I doing now?
Computer.
Exactly. So I'll be sitting behind screen for how many years now? Even before you were born. The day Amber was born was when I was supposed to write my BSc last exam in the Netherlands. You remember? Okay, well, I've always told you I wanted to say Amber, you remember? No, the day you were born, because I was in the hospital when they called me from exam hall and said, but you are not here, everybody is seated, where are you? I said, no, I'm having a baby. And they know my wife was already pregnant because it came, all of them, my students, my head of department, all my lecturers in the school. I invited all of them. In fact, they came to the wedding, but you were in the belly that time. So they already know you are going to be born very soon. So that day, I was excused.
Mama, what is?
But why I'm telling you this whole story is that not exactly what you have in your mind at the end of the day, it comes to pass. So that openness should be there. I'm saying it public because I want other kids to also understand. Yes, that's it. Monica wanted to become a lawyer and be a nurse too. Your mother went to nursing school and to become a psychiatric nurse, but at the end of the day, she's a social media.
Yeah.
Well, it's just good that, but so every step you take eventually makes you to become big at the end of the day because you learn all the way.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Somebody said, is it good for 18 years old girl to be working at the club, nightclub?
To be honest, at the end of the day, you need to get money. Like, it's really hard out here to get a job. I'm just saying. And it's mostly only the nightclub.
Yeah.
It depends what job she's doing in the club. If not just to serve drinks, it doesn't matter. If she was not working, she could go there on her own to go have fun. You can't stop her.
True.
So it doesn't really make any big difference that it is a club. Shouldn't make it. No. Roll that out.
Because most of the jobs that they really only offer at nightclubs are literally only bar serving.
Yeah, bar service.
That's the only thing that
bar
you have
service, help to clean up the place, help to do this. That does it. They don't even have fun. They are working.
No.
They could be in the toilet side, helping to clean the toilet and stuff. Yeah,
true. And as an 18-year-old, that's like the easiest and the quickest job that you can get because it's mostly at that time that a lot of people, at that age, a lot of people are going to the nightclub. So you as well will be more engaged with that as one thing. Like, I might as well just get a
because
job.
If you were not going there to work, you would probably be there to have fun.
Yeah, but for me, I don't think I will allow it for my 18 years old daughter.
Not really.
To be working at nightclub. You know why?
But if it's a part-time job...
Except if the nightclub or wherever cafe maybe is owned by a family member that can easily say, okay, yes, maybe, you can't tell.
Okay.
Things like that.
18 years old girl working at the club, although she's adult now, okay? Don't forget, club is a place where, everything, all the baddest in the baddest. 70% of the baddest are there. The 30% is good being there. You understand? I know the girl can control herself. She's not a baby, this, that, but at the same time, no. Alone for me, no.
Hello, Mama.
Uh-huh.
Mama.
Yes, my lady.
You know I work in nightclub.
Yes.
I work sometimes for weekends.
Yes.
Sometimes we go for weekends. You know the children that serve there, they are about 18, 19. They are very distant.
Yes, I know.
They don't allow them to drink.
No.
They don't drink. They don't do anything. And they also see the remaining girls that come to that place. They will be drunk. They will just be scared of the other people that come to drink. You understand? I work there. Most of the children that work in clubs, they're very distant. The only thing that is not good, maybe if fight come.
Yeah.
If fight come, people will throw bottle. He will go and meet some worker. You understand it? That is the risk that is the result. They will shoot gun. We don't know who the gun go and mix. You understand?
Yes.
That is the risk.
Okay.
But say they go for drink, they throw themselves. No, they don't do that kind of stuff. The only risk we will not allow our children to go for. Sometimes they fight in the club, the bottle will go and meet there, the injury will go and meet there, all that stuff. Yes. Sorry, ma.
Thank you, ma. Thank you. So, some kind of job for young children is a choice for family. Like me, no. There are just some like security in supermarket for me, no.
No, but I don't think they.
Some job for young children, me the parent will say no, please don't do it.
Wait.
It's not because it's not really actually safe to work in the club, but no.
No, but I don't know if this is like an actual profession of wanting to work in a bar, because see, whenever I was working with a lot of like 19 and 20-year-olds as well back then in my old job. And they as a second job had like working in clubs or like in night bars and all. But I was only like as a part-time job for them to get money. And they were only really like all of the stuff that they would say what they were doing was them just working. They never were out there partying, because at the end of the day, they're just there to serve drinks to people. But again, I can understand if you just don't want your job to be there. But then again, like,
Well, you've worked in what do you call that very first place you work?
We Are Vertigo.
Huh?
We Are Vertigo was my first job.
Yeah,
and then,
what do they really do there again?
well, We Are Vertigo was an
Be like,
entertainment for
amusement park
children.
kind of.
I was
And you were what?
I was a party host, a receptionist. Sometimes I was standing out looking out for the children. I was serving people as well at the cafe.
Yeah.
Doing a whole lot. But then at Soho is when I was working in clothing, and that's where then I met like the other people, mostly university people who were there to look for part-time jobs.
Yeah, that is where you find university people, because Belfast is actually students. You see, recently it has even almost times 2.
Yeah.
Because the other university in the city center has been open, where Joe Biden came last time.
To open,
that the whole road was blocked. We couldn't even make a move. Okay, correct. So there, and they have several buildings there which students are now living in.
Yeah.
And most of those students have right for part-time jobs.
True.
All these cafes, pizzeria,
everybody's looking for people.
Delivering. These are the students doing it. Right?
And that's where I then also want to come in, because see university, that's really like when you start becoming an adult and have to do everything yourself, because it's not anymore that your parents know who your lecturers are, who your teachers are, or who you're in class with, because it's so big and so bright. And mostly, don't be surprised, most universities have like this thing called Freshers Week. And in that Freshers Week is basically for them to meet new people, to enjoy the country, and also where they have nightclubs set for those university people to come in there and to find most people. That's also where they get in contact and they're finding jobs. So don't be surprised if all of a sudden, your 18-year-old or above that is starting to go to clubs now, because that's how they promote it.
Thank you. Let me tell you what Amber have just said. I can confirm that.
How many hours?
Usually I would tell you, I have been to this cafe. You say, Papa, how did you be there? I say, we went there to go have a pint, right?
Yeah.
Now, having that pint is not just the drinking part that is important. It is networking.
Exactly.
That is what they call networking. And I have given a kind of admonition before, talking about make friends. That is how to make friends. Not I'm a boyfriend or gossip friend. No. This is how you make friends that will eventually bring about progress in your own dealing, because you talk with people in that cafe. The only thing they need to talk with you is about business, about professional thing, new job, new project coming up. If you're a freelancer, many things. You get a job there immediately.
Exactly.
Extra job.
That's where it starts.
That's what it means.
Every university is to make friends and to like, learn, what
get
course,
married.
what course are you doing? Or where do you get your jobs, or what country you're staying in and stuff like that. So that's why I actually would encourage, instead of being afraid.
We don't need the direct talk, my darling.
All I'm saying is that instead of being afraid to keep your 18-year-olds like, aside and be like, no, I don't want you to grow up, I don't want you to do this, I don't want you to do that. You actually do want them to go out and to have like a bit of a contact and a bit of a network, so they can brighten themselves as well. Because that's where they will really find, the people they need to find for what they want to do.
Honey, you still remember that woman in Apodor? That Suriname woman with white man, that director, that CEO. You remember how we make contact before we get to CSC?
Yeah.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
From nowhere, I have no link from nowhere, but I got a very substantial information. That job I was doing, Amber, Skoda Fabia Auto. You can't forget. No, I know you can't forget Skoda Fabia Auto.
Somebody is saying, Ambrosia, when do you plan to get married? We had to laugh. What we made your time.
Amber is not ready.
Oh, not time. However, I don't want to marry. I don't want to born.
See, if you ask me now, I would tell you exactly because I don't think that far. All in my head is go to university, get my degree. From there, you can start asking me what I want to do in my life. From now, I still don't know. I'm still working towards something.
Exactly. So you see, when we were young those days, instead of our parents to be asking us what we want to become in life, they will allow one stupid old man to be calling us their wife. And they will be agreeing. That thing is not good, eh?
So that
mother of this day, don't let people do it. Somebody that is adult already, 29 years, will be saying, Amber, my wife. God forbid.
Yeah.
No. See, we have tried this question even long time ago. We have given up. We are the last people to ask Amber, when will you get married? Before we know the answer we get.
Instead of us to be asking children, what will you become? Exactly. How will you become? How lying? We will be asking them. The moment they just get to 18, we will say, when will you marry?
See, and
who are you going to marry?
That's exactly what's the problem in this African community. Because so you want to say, and I'm talking specifically because this is always about the daughters. It's not even about sons, it's about the daughters. So you want to say that your daughter is too young right now to be thinking of having a common school boyfriend, but she's old enough to know when she wants to marry and have children. No. No.
You see, we don't want them to talk about boyfriend, but we want to ask them, when will you get married? When will you get children? Exactly. They will definitely tell you, I don't want to have any children. Exactly. That's my children.
That's very smart.
They will tell you, I don't want to be married. I don't want to have any children. That's why I know they ask that thing again. If you ask your children, now that's what they will tell you, and you start to pray, cast a bandit.
You want to hear want to hear boyfriend matter.
You want to hear husband.
You want to hear husband.
How can you describe little Monica to, or you want little Monica to marry later?
Monica go para for him.
Little Monica that I gave her phone so that she will be listening to what, but say if you gossip me, I will come back next time and I will gossip you.
Monica don't buy the human hair. You don't buy it.
Mm-hmm. You know,
Mona no gossip her. She said if he going go gossip all of
we go gossip her because Monica insisted before she goes to school she needs human hair.
She literally said, "I will not come to school. I'm not even wearing my uniform if I do not get my human hair. Not even synthetic, human hair." And she said, "I want it specifically made in China."
And she bought it. When are they delivering
it? What are you?
She no let me rest.
What are your hobby?
Okay, 3 days ago, she did let me rest for human hair.
Thank you, Daddy. Cool, extraordinary guest. And I invite you a banure.
Now my children will they talk about.
Jesus.
Only you are going to live.
If I say Daddy could come and be a special guest just now, who be your boy?
I did busy.
If it is sweet, you make appointment of your. They ask you question like small picky, you go they talk.
Yeah, they don't even get question to ask me. They already have me, and they always
no, they have a lot. If I invite you as a guest, they will have a lot. Now somebody is asking you, Ambrosia, what's your hobby?
Reading.
Okay, well, reading is one of them. But it definitely will be on top list.
Chilling with friends.
Definitely going out with my friends and chilling with friends as well. I like that. Now I don't necessarily like school, right? But because I get to see my friends in school, that's why I kind of like school, right? I would never say I like school because I love it. No. I just also like to spend time with myself, just go out and shop and stuff. As much as I don't always like it, I actually like to go out with Monica as well because she's like my mandatory best friend. Yeah.
She's like what?
My mandatory best friend. As in, I have best friends, but Monica's like just
mandatory friend.
Yeah.
Okay. Your mandatory best friend.
Like if my friends cannot go out, then it's Monica. I will go to like Monica. You have to go out with me.
Okay.
Because nobody else can.
Okay, someone said how old are you?
17.
Okay.
She's
Daddy
17.
Cool, please stop answering for Amber. Only what the Tafia is too much. We not invite them. It's not the special guest. Let my people enjoy my special guest.
I'm not answering for her, but it's just that I already
don't
know. I already
see
know the
anything
answer.
wrong with that. Or maybe you with okay, young lady. What is the attitude for you at talking to other? Okay, mind or language? So where that one for happen now? Wait for Monica. If you're looking for someone with attitude, just wait. She'll give it to you. Hello. Although she always give to those who give to
We
her.
have a junior
that is Monica.
Junior representative.
Okay. She's not just acceptant of you gave her down, she give you a never. You give her down, she give you down. She give her up, she give you up. She's somebody like that. Okay. Ambrosia, no, not.
There actually was one question that I saw that I thought was quite interesting. It said, Amber, do you tell your mother everything, even about you? I actually do. Everything that I feel like my mom should know, I tell her, like about my school, about what I want to do, about who I'm going out with, even though I have to repeat every single time who I'm going out because she would forget my friends. But yeah, I do tell her. Like just everything that I feel like my mom's needs to know, because even if it's personal for me, like if stuff is happening with me, I'm like, Mom, like you have to know because I'm struggling and I don't know anybody else to go to. So yeah.
Okay, someone is asking again, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
Probably graduating, I think, if you count it like that. But in general, I just think as a midwife, and then from there I'll figure out. Actually, I really want to become a midwife, but I also really want to like travel the world. Like that's really like something that's really sticking with me. Like I just want to go and just go like holidays every time I can, and like discovering different countries and stuff like that. I really like that. So I hope I will be able to do that. Yeah.
Okay. So, any questions so that we don't make the video too long for other people to enjoy later? J-Boy, when will you actually make it work?
No. Madam Ajala travel. No.
And J-Boy, J-Boy, we make your own on Wednesday or Saturday?
No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Now, which language they speak? So, which language are you speaking?
English.
Okay. This is exactly kind of question that was given out when little Monica was also doing her own program the last time that now become exactly. So if Monica come, if you root to her, she cite root question. And Monica is one person, she'll see the good comment and say, but the moment she see the bad comment, she read it.
I will just ask something.
Okay. Hi, Amber. Do you think there is a change on the way African parents treat their children? Do you think it's better now or going worse?
Actually, I don't know. I think so. Like, I think here in this abroad, from what I know and from what I've seen, and obviously like also what I see on TikTok and stuff like that, I think it's going okay. I think
you see what I mean? J-Boy, they go disturb Monica. Exactly. They don't get break for a game. Not to go disturb Monica. Monica will not drive her for a home.
Exactly. Anyways, so what I was saying, I think in this Western country, it probably is getting better, or so I hope it is getting better. Back in Nigeria, I don't know, maybe not, maybe it is. Like, I just feel we're not back in those old days anymore. So we as parents, we need to start evolving. So you guys as parents, you need to start evolving, keep up with the time, keep up with, what's in for teenagers and stuff like that. So I don't know, but I hope it's getting better.
Okay. Somebody said, Amber, you are like me. When I was young, too, I focused on my goals. Had my first boyfriend in fourth here in medical school, but I wish I was lose a little bit
Yeah.
to enjoy university.
Yeah, that's what I also think is important. As much as I'm obviously focused about my goals and focused about, what I want to do, again, that shouldn't be the only thing. You also should be able to enjoy it. Like, I'm always trying to make sure that I'm still enjoying, still going out with my friends, still talk, still enjoying my life as a teenager before it really gets to you and you miss out on it and stuff and you won't be able to do it anymore. So therefore, I also want to say to parents,
Hi,
don't be
Monica.
Hello.
Are you missing us?
No.
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 Okay.
Anyways, like I was saying, so as parents, please don't be thinking that friends or letting your child to go out and just have
Monica.
fun is
Monica,
and letting your child to go
come.
out is going to limit them for what they want to be later. No, it's good for them to enjoy these teenage years because then when you grow
You know
older,
what?
you have stories to tell back
Amber and
again.
Mama were gossiping you.
I wasn't.
Me?
Yeah.
We wasn't
They
bad.
say something very bad about you.
That's the cool, eh? That's the cool.
Hey.
They talk about
Hey.
your human hair. They talk about your makeup.
I wasn't saying
They talk
anything.
about how bad you are. Amber said you are very bad.
I never
And
said
Mama
that.
said yes.
My
Only
makeup
me
and my
said-
human hair. What's wrong with that?
It's
Huh?
not- Nothing
Amber
wrong
said the
with
human
it.
hair is lily.
I never said that.
Okay,
My
God
people,
said-
we want to come close. That the cool. Don't spoil our show by talking too much.
Okay, continue. Don't come out.
Amber this is for you. Oh, thank you, Mama. It's so bad. She gave you star. Amber,
Thank
this is for
you.
you. Beautiful
Thank you.
picking with brain. Very brilliant. Wow, speaking English like our American children. Oh, nice. Thank you, man. God bless you. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. Hope you learn one thing or the other from this program. And is there any teenager question you still want us to answer before we go? I thought Amber will be giving me 1 hour, 30 minutes, but we are now almost 2 hours. So we really try. And it was fun. You didn't even notice because it's never boring with these people.
No.
So please, are they seeing you soon? Please,
Well,
please.
I won't say soon because I'm starting school. Okay.
But you have not started now, just giving us 1 hour in the evening weekend. It's not that much. Look at the love, the support, how people really hungry to hear from you out here. 1 hour in the weekend is not much.
When I start getting a job, it is.
Yeah, when you get a job, okay. But when there is no job yet, yeah. Amber, should we allow teenagers to talk back?
See, talk back. It gets such like if someone is talking to you, do you not expect them to talk back to you back? Like, is that not how a conversation works? Like, should you just be the only one to get your point across and just for them to be like, all right, and then walk away? No. If you talk to someone, then you expect someone to talk back to you. That's how you have a conversation. That's how you discuss. That's how you understand each other. So yeah, you should, but not thinking, oh, if I'm not with you, don't talk about that. That's so disrespectful. It's not disrespectful. It's literally just having a conversation with your child. Like, you cannot expect that you say something and they'll just turn back around and be like, all right, then no, they will get their point across as well and also give you like, okay, I don't really agree with you because this is how I think about it. You should expect that because sometimes you're not always right and you have to see things from different perspectives as well.
So, mothers, let children talk back. When you talk, allow them to talk. Okay? Even if you have to use it or not. Yeah, sometimes just allow them to talk and tell them it's okay, just go. Yeah, you to calm yourself down, handle the other person, then go back to that one to. I always do Amber like that because Amber get pepper body sometime. Okay, she know they always do bad. She know they always go wrong. And she want everybody to be like that. It's difficult. Me, the mother, I kind of understand. My J-boy cannot be like you, please. My Monica cannot be like you. Everybody don't want to be like you. And you now using your measurement to measure everybody. Now me be the mama, now me go suffer. So sometimes I just come in and I say, it's okay. Go. You understand? After she go, why you go that way now? Eh? Come this side. Come this side, me for follow you ahead. Now you follow, so okay. So you understand? After I calm the other ones down, I go back to go calm her down to also accept and agree to our own and calm her down. You might have that type of come to this side. Why is this thing following you more? Softly raise your head and stay like this. No, go again. Can't go follow your face. Okay, now this kind English they cause wahala for me and children for us. If they talk, I know they hear for us. Okay, what kind of talk are they allowed to talk back when correcting them? What kind of talk are they allowed to talk back when correcting them?
Well, like
It depends.
honestly, it has to be done in a respectful manner, of course. But like, I'm gonna be honest, you can expect that, okay? Especially not if you're in a heated argument. You can expect them, to like be in a respectful manner and to tell you that way. Because most likely there will be a bit of
Oh,
screaming and
Mama, see
shouting.
the stars. Oh, who
Oh.
send me star again?
'Cause
Thank you,
obviously-
Lucy Carey. Thank you, everyone sending star.
Thank
Sometimes
you.
if I'm looking this side, I don't go see am. If I look here, maybe you are also sending star from the other Facebook, which I'm not saying thank you.
Sorry.
God bless you
There
as
is a
you
very
do.
important question from Mama Bennett. Mama,
Yeah.
do
You
you,
said consider yourself as a perfectionist.
do you consider yourself as a perfectionist, that you are so perfect in the way you do things? Do you think that's who you are?
My camera don't go. Can you imagine?
Like, I
Now
mean,
you they touch and so.
No, I'm not really
Okay,
trying.
it's good.
not necessarily always, but I just
No.
think as the oldest, sometimes I just feel pressured to be like the perfectionist. So I think that's where it comes from, or like just just to do things the right way, because I don't like
Live
it.
on, live on.
Because I don't like it if it's like unorganized, if things are unorganized or just not the way that I want it. So maybe I am a bit of a perfectionist in that way, because I just rather have things.
My kids are 10 years, they must
Mhm.
speak. Oh, they will
Mhm.
speak in Jesus' name. They will speak. Thank you so much. Very well said, Amber. Oh, thank you, Mommy JD. Yes, Amber, I can't say perfectionist, but ah, I kind of life is hard to say out there. Okay, she's the kind of person you hardly see error. So you know that kind of people. They listen to details and they do details, and you hardly come back and see error in order you give to them. Other people might forget their own, other people might not be correct. Amber will be QED. Hello. You understand that kind of person. So I don't know if I should say perfectionist. I don't know, but in most things you hardly find that in. It's very difficult. Amber is too organized. If you are the kind of person that is too loose, you won't find Amber fun. Okay, because she will just make a perfect life to make you look like you don't know what you are doing. They are very allowed to express themselves. They are very allowed in no matter tone. You can now say, talk gently, I want to hear you. Allow them to express themselves. Amber is realistic and a very organized lady.
I would say I'm quite realistic, because if something like, I mean, at the end of the day, it needs to make sense for me. Okay, especially like about futures and all. I can say I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be that, but I need to know like what's the routes that I have to be taking, right? Not I want to dream of it. Like, it needs to become realistic for me to be able to actually want to do it.
It's the next time you should let Amber voice project more than yours so we can hear Amber voice more. Okay, I thought I was allowing her to talk more. Your daughter is so beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you, my lovely, amazing people. God bless you all. Watch the program from beginning. You will enjoy it. You will know that Amber talked for a very long time. Amber, can you forward me your bullet points? Forward me. Let me quickly share it before we go.
It's not like
Share it to me on WhatsApp.
I did do it very rushed, so it's not going to be the perfect grammar. I just want to put that out there. I did very rushed, so yeah.
But for me, It's absolutely perfect. I don't know what happened to our camera right now. Madege, Moive show. What in one way? Are you crazy? Not the year word. Eh? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Me did it. Dege. He catch one person face among two of us. Now be the problem. So come the Larry. Let us listen to Monica, please. Okay, to Monica, not today now. Next time, I'm trying to bring J-Boy. J-Boy is so difficult to bring. Today go tell you, say, I'm coming. Tomorrow, you, no, no, no. Never see pikin with the shame like that. God Almighty, too much shame is no good. Stop beating your kids. Stop it. It's not nice. Amber, you try, yes. Okay, I want to share this. Okay, before she came, she said she makes some points. And when I saw it, I was like, wow, you just write this one. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, I say, a school magbe ne mome. Je agariona ni meve project. Unu wo ya gboin. Look at what she called it. She called it bullet points. Okay, for this program. And I was taking my bath. You remember when I did the first video? I was taking my bath when she said she's busy with her bullet points. So when I came down, I can't do one video for Cora. Before I come, she was already standing here. Let us start. I say, wait, me, I quickly give all of us more again before I come. Mona CEO, all these things she just wrote within short hour, like 2 hours. Eh? This one na project. Wait, make a dey scroll and they go. Na project for people like us. How to handle things as a mother. See, she started the right. Acknowledge the fact that we live in a different era and we are new generation. Things aren't like the olden days where was a limit of technology more. So just like that, let me know to read. Another one, remember about the time when you were a teen and how parents treated you. Another paragraph, respect their boundaries and give them space. I know you only want the best for your children. Then it goes down. Which one did you write with big letter? Because we have our own life to live as well. That's the teenager. No finish. Very long. Nah. So he now wrote this one also. As a parent, you need to be more open-minded. After that paragraph, she also writes in a big letter, we do not owe you our lives. Can you imagine that? Then the next paragraph is parents who is controlling is parents who dictates every aspect of their children's life, demand respect and obedience and offer very little privacy. Wow. Iji. No, I'm going to copy this thing in as much as she said it's a rough word. Some of the English might not be complete because she was just jotting it down on her phone. In Africa, children are supposed to be humble and never expected to express their feeling, emotions, or talk openly. Then in another Bungbe, hey, Skumagbe, all this one, na, Ambrosia.
Yeah.
Hey.
Asking for bullet points.
No wonder where they say me you can't daughter. If you can't talk with your children in a normal way or be able to understand their feeling or at least acknowledge that they are not small anymore. Another paragraph, she said, I think this is the last paragraph.
Yeah.
She says, so please, Africa parents out there, we are finding ourselves in a new decade and generation. Beating your children as discipline or simply ignoring your child new age development and emotional growth is not Africa tradition or our culture. It is abuse that started from our far ancestors and till this day is sadly still practiced. Don't have children if you don't know how to take care of them or think it is expected for you. Don't have children because you think it is an easy way out. And at last, don't have children if you know you are going to treat them the exact way you have been treated. I'm going to copy this thing and I'm going to post it on my wall. Okay, for me, I don't see anything with the English. So me, I'm going to post it on my wall for you to just read. Let it just be like something you read about. Amber, thank you. This is an article that you really wrote out here. Every point is on every boundary. This. Let me say this is an article that came out from how to take care of your wall. Okay. I will copy it and put it in your wall. Jesus, within Nana, Pikin, just write all this one as school good though. School good though. School good though. School good for young age oh. School good though. You will not get opportunity. You be one go school where one thing or the other can't happen for Africa will make you come here. Please give that opportunity back to your children. Amber, what do you have to say about? I have one lady here who her daughter is what's a chemist. How do you say that?
A pharmacist?
Yes, a pharmacist. She work in a pharmacist. She read medicine. I don't know how to say it. Hello.
Hello, Monica.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you still on live video?
Yes.
Are you still on live?
I'm still live, yeah, but we are rounding up now. We're just saying goodbye now.
Okay. I'm gonna call you later.
Okay.
I want to tell you one or two things.
Okay.
Alright.
Bye.
Yes.
So, my lovely, amazing people, this article will be put on Daddy Cool's page, which is Ambrosia General Services, okay, on Facebook. From there, just copy it, screenshot it, and go through it. I think he have a lot to give to you about teenager. It's a full package, man. Give me 5 for this write-up. No, the video you try, but you see for this write-up, because it take you to have this to be able to just be like saying a small project be this. Say, Amber, write me a small project of this. Meaning, I don't get secretary be this so. Some of my program can say, Amber, can you help me make 5 paragraphs of my program of how to do this, how to do I need to go. I have 1 hour to my Fiokodi class. So, guys, see you later. Let me take 1 hour break before my Fiokodi class. If you know you are paid, I've not had you. Please kindly WhatsApp me so that I can add you quickly. And if you have not paid, pick up my paper account and pay directly and quickly enter. My paper account, you know it now, Monica Jaja 01@gmail.com. If you pay direct money, go enter. Come and join our private Fiokodi class tonight where we talk about private things. Thank you so much, Ambrosia. Camera don't already tell you, say me you bye-bye. Bye. See you. We see you next Saturday by the grace of God.
I don't know about that.
You don't know about that.
No.
Thank you so much, my people. I appreciate all of you. Monica, let her proofread again for the small grammatical error because of some illiterate.
Like I said, there are some mistakes in it.
Yeah. Because she was writing for herself, not really. But me, I find it too sweet. It's very nice. Amber is a realistic. Oh, thank you, mommy. Okay, bye, everyone. Bye.